Ladies and gentlemen, every day we move through life carrying worries, regrets, anxieties, and hopes. Our hearts are often restless and our minds scatter across past mistakes and future uncertainties. Yet Allah in His infinite wisdom has given us a simple yet profound tool to transform every corner of our existence, Dhikr, the remembrance of Him. The Quran reminds us those who have believed and whose hearts find comfort in the remembrance of Allah. Indeed, in the remembrance of Allah do hearts find rest. Ar-Ra'd 13:28. Dhikr is not merely a ritual, it is a gateway to serenity, clarity, and divine alignment. It reconnects the soul to its source, shields the heart from distraction, and fills life with purpose and gratitude. The first dhikr is Subhanallah, glory be to Allah. By repeating this phrase with awareness, you begin to see the perfection in everything around you, from the rising sun to the smallest detail of creation. Each utterance is a reminder that Allah is perfect, in control, and present. Imagine walking through your day noticing His signs everywhere: the laughter of a child, the rustle of leaves in the wind, a stranger's smile. With each Subhanallah, your heart awakens to Allah's artistry and gratitude replaces frustration. Over 30 days, this dhikr trains your mind to focus on the beauty and blessings you once overlooked, transforming your perspective from scarcity to abundance, from despair to hope. The second dhikr is Alhamdulillah. All praise is due to Allah. Life is unpredictable. Challenges come, plans falter, and disappointments strike. Yet every challenge is a chance for reflection, patience, and growth. By consciously repeating Alhamdulillah, you shift your heart from complaint to appreciation, recognizing that even hardships carry wisdom. Think of a time when a closed door led to a better opportunity, or a trial taught you strength you didn't know you had. Each utterance of Alhamdulillah rewires your heart to see blessings hidden in trials. Within 30 days, your daily focus shifts from lack to gratitude, your anxiety softens, and your spirit finds resilience in Allah's perfect plan. The third dhikr is Allahu Akbar. Allah is the greatest. This dhikr reminds you that no matter how overwhelming life may seem, no obstacle surpasses the power and mercy of Allah. When fear, uncertainty, or jealousy creeps in, this dhikr restores perspective. It elevates your soul above worldly concerns and grounds you in divine trust. Picture moments of stress dissolving as you whisper Allahu Akbar and feel the weight lift from your heart. This daily practice strengthens faith, fortifies patience, and cultivates courage. Over 30 days, this dhikr becomes a shield against despair, a source of confidence, and a beacon that draws you closer to Allah's plan. Consistency is key. Practicing these 3 dhikr daily for 30 days is not just repetition, it is transformation. With each repetition, your mind becomes calmer, your heart more attuned to Allah, and your life aligns with His divine timing. You begin to notice synchronicities, doors opening, and challenges becoming manageable. Your gratitude deepens, your perspective widens, and your faith becomes a constant companion. These 30 days create a foundation upon which future blessings, clarity, and contentment are built. Incorporating these 3 dhikr into your life is a form of surrender and trust. It reminds you that your peace, guidance, and strength come from Allah alone. Every day you invest in this practice, you are preparing your heart for the opportunities, ease, and blessings that He has planned. By the end of 30 days, you will not just have repeated phrases, you will have nurtured a heart that is resilient, a mind that is focused, and a soul that is intimately connected to the most merciful, most compassionate. Understanding the power of dhikr begins with realizing that the heart is the seat of both peace and turmoil. Often we seek comfort and clarity in external circumstances, through relationships, achievements, or material possessions, yet these things are fleeting and unpredictable. True tranquility does not come from the world, it comes from connecting with the one who created it. Allah reminds us in the Quran, indeed, in the remembrance of Allah do hearts find rest. Ar-Ra'd 13:28. This verse is not merely a promise, it is a profound truth that highlights the transformative power of dhikr. When the heart turns to Allah regularly, it becomes a vessel of peace, strength, and focus. The mind is less distracted, the emotions are steadier, and life begins to unfold with clarity and purpose. Dhikr is far more than repeating words, it is an act that nurtures the soul and reorients your consciousness. Each utterance, each moment of intentional remembrance is a connection to the divine. It is a reminder that you are not alone, that every trial is observed, and that every blessing originates from Allah. Imagine a heart weighed down by anxiety and worry. restless from the noise of life, suddenly finding relief simply by acknowledging Allah's presence. This is the essence of dhikr. It centers the heart, sharpens the mind, and aligns the soul with the reality that Allah is in control of every detail of existence. When practiced consistently, dhikr reshapes your perception, allowing you to see life not as chaotic or random, but as a carefully guided journey orchestrated by the Most Merciful. Another profound aspect of dhikr is that it serves as a spiritual filter for your life. The world bombards us with distractions, fleeting pleasures, and sources of stress that drain the heart and cloud judgment. By regularly remembering Allah, you begin to recalibrate your priorities, discern what is meaningful, and resist the pull of trivial matters. It is like cleaning a lens. Over time, your vision becomes clearer, your heart calmer, and your actions more deliberate. Dhikr allows you to reclaim control over your energy and focus, ensuring that your thoughts and emotions are not scattered but directed toward what truly matters: your growth, your faith, and your preparation for the blessings Allah intends for you. The power of dhikr is also revealed in its ability to shift emotional states. Fear, worry, resentment, and grief are natural experiences, but when your heart is anchored in Allah through remembrance, these emotions begin to lose their grip. Repeating His names, acknowledging His greatness, or offering praise cultivates hope, gratitude, and trust. It is a spiritual nourishment that restores resilience and patience. Real-life examples abound. People who consistently engage in dhikr report a heightened sense of calm during challenges, greater clarity when making decisions, and a stronger sense of purpose even in uncertainty. The heart becomes like a tree rooted firmly, able to withstand storms without breaking, because it draws sustenance from the One who is infinite and unchanging. Dhikr also strengthens your connection to Allah's plan. Life is filled with delays, disappointments, and moments that feel confusing or unfair. In these times, turning to dhikr is a form of surrender and trust. It reminds the heart that Allah is the ultimate provider, the ultimate guide, and the ultimate protector. Even when events seem chaotic, dhikr reassures the soul that every occurrence has meaning, every challenge carries wisdom, and every blessing arrives in its perfect time. It cultivates patience and hope, creating a mindset that looks for signs of Allah's mercy and guidance rather than succumbing to despair or frustration. Ultimately, the power of dhikr lies in its ability to transform not just moments but an entire life. It reorients your consciousness toward Allah, strengthens the heart against distraction and negativity, nurtures patience, and cultivates gratitude. A life rooted in dhikr is a life aligned with divine purpose, a life in which challenges are opportunities, blessings are recognized, and the soul is continuously nourished. This practice is accessible to all, regardless of circumstances or status, and its effects are immediate yet profound, capable of changing the trajectory of your heart, mind, and life when embraced consistently. Introducing the first essential daily dhikr and understanding how it reshapes your mind and heart is a step toward profound transformation. The dhikr is Subhanallah, glory be to Allah. At first glance, it may seem like a simple phrase, but it carries a depth of meaning capable of altering your perception, your emotional state, and the very way you engage with life. Subhanallah is a declaration of Allah's perfection, an acknowledgement that He is free from any imperfection, limitation, or deficiency. By repeating it with awareness, you are reminding your heart and mind that the Creator of the universe is in control of all things, that His wisdom encompasses every detail, and that everything in existence operates under His guidance. This simple utterance is like a key that unlocks awareness, allowing you to see the world through a lens of divine order rather than chaos. When you begin to incorporate Subhanallah into your daily life, you start to notice the beauty and precision in creation. The rising sun, the flow of water, the growth of a tree, and even the rhythm of your own heartbeat become signs of Allah's glory. Each repetition trains your mind to pause, reflect, and recognize that there is a divine hand in every aspect of existence. Over time, this awareness reshapes your thoughts. You start to appreciate what you once took for granted, and your perspective shifts from focusing on lack or frustration to acknowledging abundance and order. Your mind becomes less cluttered with worry, and your heart begins to settle because you are constantly reminded that a perfect Creator governs everything. Emotionally, Subhanallah acts as a balm for restlessness. When anxiety, fear, or irritation arises, repeating this dhikr brings immediate relief. It redirects the mind from spiraling into negativity toward recognition of Allah's control. Imagine a stressful moment, traffic, deadlines, conflicts, or a personal setback, and you quietly utter Subhanallah. The tension in your chest softens, your breathing steadies, and a sense of calm begins to spread. This is not coincidence, it is the heart aligning with divine truth. Each repetition gradually rewires your emotional responses, making you less reactive and more centered. You become capable of responding to life's challenges with patience, clarity, and resilience rather than frustration or despair. Subhanallah also sharpens spiritual awareness. As you reflect on the perfection of Allah, you become more mindful of His presence in every detail of life. You start to notice signs of mercy, guidance, and provision in situations that once felt ordinary or mundane. The heart that remembers Allah is less likely to despair when obstacles appear, because it recognizes that every challenge is under His control and every blessing arrives by His will. This dhikr cultivates gratitude, humility, and trust simultaneously. You acknowledge that everything comes from Allah, everything is under His wisdom, and nothing occurs outside His plan. Consistency is crucial in reaping the transformative effects of this dhikr. By making Subhanallah a regular part of your daily routine, you are essentially training your heart and mind to function differently. 30 days of consistent practice is enough to notice a shift. The mind becomes calmer, the heart more appreciative, and life begins to feel aligned with a higher purpose. Even outside moments of stress or reflection, your brain starts to default toward awareness of Allah's perfection, gratitude, and presence. You notice details you once ignored, you respond to challenges with patience, and you approach each day with renewed perspective and hope. Ultimately, Subhanallah is not just a phrase, it is a tool for transformation. It teaches the heart to recognize perfection, the mind to focus on divine order, and the soul to find peace in surrender. When practiced intentionally every day, it reshapes your internal landscape, cultivating a sense of calm, clarity, and connection that carries over into every area of life. Through this dhikr, your awareness, gratitude, and trust in Allah begin to deepen, creating a foundation upon which the rest of your spiritual growth and daily transformation can flourish. Exploring the second daily dhikr and understanding its profound spiritual impact is essential for anyone seeking transformation. The dhikr is Alhamdulillah, all praise is due to Allah. At first, it may seem like a simple expression of gratitude, but in reality, it carries immense power to shift the heart, the mind, and the way you perceive life. Gratitude is not merely a polite acknowledgement of blessings, it is a recognition of the source of every favor, every opportunity, every breath, and every moment of life. By consciously repeating Alhamdulillah, you anchor your heart in awareness that all good, seen and unseen, comes from Allah alone. This dhikr cultivates a perspective of abundance and contentment, even amidst challenges, because it refocuses your attention from what is lacking to what is present, from complaints to appreciation. Practicing Alhamdulillah transforms your mental state in subtle but profound ways. Often we dwell on what we don't have, what has gone wrong, or what has disappointed us, allowing negativity to dominate our thoughts. This constant focus on lack creates stress, restlessness, and dissatisfaction. By incorporating Alhamdulillah into your daily routine, you retrain your mind to notice blessings you may have overlooked, the roof over your head, the food on your table, the people who support you, and even the lessons learned through hardship. Over time, your awareness of life's gifts grows, and a sense of contentment begins to replace anxiety. Your focus shifts from scarcity to sufficiency, from despair to hope, and from constant yearning to inner peace. Emotionally, Alhamdulillah strengthens resilience and patience. Life is unpredictable. Setbacks, disappointments, and trials are inevitable. When challenges arise, it is easy to feel frustration, anger, or hopelessness. This dhikr, repeated with mindfulness, becomes a tool to center your heart and remind you of Allah's wisdom and mercy. Each utterance cultivates acceptance, teaching you to see trials not as punishments, but as opportunities for growth and purification. It reminds you that even moments of difficulty carry hidden benefits, lessons, and blessings that may not be immediately apparent. Through consistent practice, the heart begins to respond to adversity with patience, the mind with clarity, and the soul with trust in Allah's perfect plan. The power of Alhamdulillah also lies in its ability to reshape your relationships and social interactions. A grateful heart naturally becomes more compassionate, generous, and content. When you are aware of Allah's blessings in your life, you are less likely to envy others, complain, or harbor resentment. Instead, you approach others with kindness, empathy, and humility. Gratitude softens the heart and cultivates harmony in personal and professional interactions. It creates an inner reservoir of positivity that affects how you respond to situations and how others experience your presence. Moreover, this dhikr heightens spiritual awareness and mindfulness. Each repetition is a reminder that nothing occurs outside Allah's will and that every favor, big or small, is a gift from Him. It reinforces the connection between your daily life and your Creator, transforming routine moments into acts of worship. Even seemingly ordinary events, when acknowledged with gratitude, become spiritually meaningful. Over 30 days of dedicated practice, Alhamdulillah, can rewire your heart to recognize divine blessings continuously, creating a mindset that naturally appreciates the present while trusting in Allah's wisdom for the future. Consistency is crucial to unlocking the transformative effects of this dhikr. 30 days of intentional practice begins to reprogram thought patterns, emotional responses, and spiritual awareness. You begin to notice blessings that were once invisible, respond to challenges with patience, and cultivate an inner contentment that is unshakable. Your mind becomes calmer, your heart more grateful, and your soul more attuned to Allah's guidance. Alhamdulillah is not just a phrase, it is a spiritual tool that reshapes your entire outlook on life, preparing you to experience the blessings Allah has destined for you with clarity, humility, and joy. Presenting the third daily dhikr and understanding its role in opening doors to blessings, guidance, and contentment is essential for spiritual growth. The dhikr is Allahu Akbar. Allah is the greatest. On the surface, it is a declaration of Allah's supreme power, but its deeper significance is in its ability to transform your perspective, elevate your heart above worldly concerns, and cultivate trust in divine wisdom. When life feels overwhelming, when challenges seem insurmountable, or when uncertainty clouds your mind, repeating Allahu Akbar serves as a reminder that no obstacle surpasses Allah's power, no difficulty is beyond His control, and every matter is under His guidance. This dhikr shifts the heart from fear and doubt toward faith, courage, and surrender, reinforcing the understanding that ultimate success and relief come only through Him. The first impact of Allahu Akbar is mental clarity. In moments of stress or confusion, the human mind tends to exaggerate problems, anticipate worst-case scenarios, and focus on limitations rather than possibilities. This dhikr interrupts that cycle by redirecting attention to the reality of Allah's greatness and control. Each repetition functions like a reset button for the mind, creating space for rational thought, patience, and trust. Over time, consistent practice of this dhikr trains the mind to naturally step back from panic, anxiety, or obsession with difficulties, and instead to approach challenges with a calm, grounded perspective, rooted in faith. Emotionally, Allahu Akbar brings a profound sense of reassurance and empowerment. Life inevitably presents trials, whether in the form of personal loss, professional setbacks, or relational challenges. When repeated sincerely, this dhikr cultivates inner strength and resilience. The heart begins to recognize that while difficulties may be real, they are never greater than Allah's wisdom and ability to bring ease. Individuals who engage regularly in this dhikr often report a heightened sense of courage and composure when facing challenges. Their confidence does not stem from self-reliance alone, but from reliance on Allah's power, creating a balance between effort and trust in divine decree. Spiritually, Allahu Akbar strengthens the connection between the individual and Allah by cultivating humility and awareness of divine supremacy. When the heart acknowledges that Allah is greater than all fears, desires, and worldly concerns, pride, arrogance, and obsession with control naturally diminish. This dhikr trains the soul to submit fully to Allah's will, recognizing that human understanding is limited while His wisdom encompasses all things. Such submission is not passive, it is an active alignment of the heart with divine guidance, creating receptivity to blessings and opportunities that might otherwise go unnoticed. Allahu Akbar also functions as a shield and protector in daily life. It guards against despair, envy, and discontent by constantly reminding the heart that Allah's plan is perfect and that timing, outcomes, and provisions are under His supervision. The dhikr becomes a spiritual anchor that stabilizes the heart amidst chaos, disappointment, or frustration. Each utterance reinforces trust, allowing the individual to respond to challenges with patience, reflection, and faith, rather than impulsiveness or negativity. Consistency is key to unlocking the full potential of this dhikr. Repeating Allahu Akbar daily for 30 days gradually rewires the heart, mind and soul. Over time, it cultivates a mindset that naturally recognizes Allah's power, trusts in His wisdom, and approaches life with hope and resilience. Challenges become manageable, blessings are noticed more readily, and the heart finds contentment in surrender to Allah's will. This dhikr transforms ordinary moments into opportunities for spiritual growth, reflection, and preparation for divine favor. It elevates the soul above trivial concerns, strengthens faith in times of difficulty, and opens the doors to guidance, mercy, and peace, creating a life aligned with Allah's plan and rich with purpose. Consistency in practicing these 3 daily dhikr, Subhanallah, Alhamdulillah, and Allahu Akbar, is the key to experiencing profound transformation in your life over 30 days. Individually, each dhikr carries immense spiritual benefits, but when combined in a disciplined intentional practice, they work synergistically to reshape your heart, mind and soul. The first step toward this transformation is intentionality. You must consciously dedicate moments of your day to these dhikr, not as a mechanical routine, but as a deliberate act of connection with Allah. By doing so, every utterance becomes a seed planted in the heart, ready to grow into lasting peace, clarity, and spiritual awareness. The process of transformation begins with awareness. Repeating these dhikr regularly trains the mind to notice Allah's presence and guidance in every moment of life. Subhanallah cultivates recognition of Allah's perfection in creation and in the events that unfold around you. Alhamdulillah nurtures gratitude, teaching the heart to appreciate both small and great blessings, and to see value even in challenges. Allahu Akbar instills perspective, reminding the heart that no difficulty is beyond Allah's control, and that His wisdom surpasses human understanding. Together, these dhikr reorient your focus from the trivial, the negative, and the distracting toward what is eternal, purposeful, and aligned with divine guidance. Emotionally, daily dhikr builds resilience and stability. Life is filled with uncertainty, trials, and moments of doubt, but regular remembrance of Allah strengthens the heart against despair and anxiety. When practiced consistently, the mind begins to default toward recognition of blessings, acceptance of divine will, and trust in Allah's plan. A heart immersed in dhikr is less shaken by setbacks, because it is anchored in awareness that everything occurs by Allah's decree. This emotional steadiness allows you to respond to life's challenges with patience, composure, and clarity, rather than reacting impulsively or being consumed by stress. Spiritually, the combination of these dhikr deepens your connection to Allah. It cultivates mindfulness, humility, and submission, transforming ordinary routines into acts of worship. Every repetition is an acknowledgement of divine authority, wisdom, and mercy, reinforcing the awareness that your life is part of a greater plan. Over 30 days, this practice begins to shape the subconscious mind, making remembrance of Allah a natural and continuous aspect of your daily experience. The heart becomes attuned to His guidance, and opportunities, signs and blessings that were previously overlooked become visible. This heightened awareness fosters a sense of purpose and alignment with divine will, turning each day into a meaningful journey, rather than a series of disconnected moments. Practicing these dhikr consistently also cultivates gratitude and contentment. Many people focus on what is missing in their lives, comparing themselves to others, or longing for what has not yet come. Regular dhikr shifts this focus inward and upward. Gratitude grows not only for tangible blessings, but also for the unseen wisdom behind challenges and delays. You begin to notice how moments of difficulty are opportunities for growth, how struggles cultivate patience, and how Allah's timing is perfect even when it is not immediately understood. Over 30 days, the heart that regularly engages in these dhikr develops a deep sense of inner peace, trust and hope, transforming your emotional and spiritual landscape. The final impact of consistent dhikr practice is preparation for blessings. By dedicating time and energy to these acts of remembrance, you are readying your heart and mind to receive what Allah has planned for you. The clarity, gratitude and resilience, cultivated through 30 days of daily dhikr, create receptivity to divine favor, guidance, and opportunities. Your life begins to unfold with alignment, purpose, and hope, and the small, consistent acts of remembrance compound into lasting transformation. Through intentional daily engagement with these 3 dhikr, the heart is fortified, the mind is clarified, and the soul is prepared to embrace the fullness of Allah's blessings in ways that are profound, visible, and life-changing.